Hello there guys, welcome to one of my live videos, and on this video this morning I am going to be talking with you about Liverpool Football Club. So I am going to be giving you the latest news regarding Virgil van Dijk, because from a Liverpool perspective there is a lot of positivity coming out about Virgil van Dijk. Also going to be giving you an update on some of their transfer news, because Liverpool are making plans for the summer, and also going to be giving you the preview for the Norwich Liverpool game this weekend, 5:30 kickoff at Carrow Road on Saturday. But we'll delve into the preview a bit later on in the video, and the first topic I'm going to start with is Virgil van Dijk. So a lot of Liverpool fans, will be satisfied with this, because according to recent reports, Virgil van Dijk is set to be handed a new £50 million contract with Liverpool. So the deal is worth around £50 million. So obviously, this commits his future with Liverpool Football Club, because recent reports have come out saying that, Juventus and a few other clubs have been interested in signing Virgil van Dijk. But of course, Liverpool will have, no intentions of selling Virgil van Dijk, because of course he's the best centre-half in the world, and he's been absolutely fantastic for Liverpool since his arrival from Southampton back in January 2018. So this new contract he's going to sign, it will be a 5-year deal, which will take him under contract with Liverpool until 2025. So it is a 5-year deal, and he's going to get a huge pay rise, because on his current contract at the moment, I think he's on around, is it 120 or £125,000 a week, and he's still got 3 years remaining on his current contract. So I think this new deal, he will get around £200,000 a week. So he's going to get around the £70,000 or £75,000 pay rise is Virgil van Dijk. So that means in that aspect, he will be the highest paid centre-half in the Premier League and that. But, Liverpool have got no intentions of selling him anywhere. A very, very good centre-half is Virgil van Dijk. Of course, he was key on Liverpool winning the Champions League last season. And why would he want to leave Liverpool anywhere, Virgil van Dijk? Liverpool, of course, are going to win the Premier League for the first ever time in their history. So they are going to end their 30-year drought. Liverpool only need 6 wins from the 13 games they've got left, to clinch their first ever Premier League title and that. And, it isn't only going to be this season. I think they can win the league for the next 2 to 3 years. I think they're also expected, to win more Champions Leagues are Liverpool. Liverpool have won the most Champions Leagues, obviously, in England, obviously overall Real Madrid, but in England, Liverpool, of course, have won the most. And, Liverpool paid £75 million for Virgil van Dijk, and he is actually, their most expensive signing. But, to think about it now that he's been at Liverpool, over 2 years, £75 million, will be a bargain to them now. Imagine how much he would be worth now. He'd probably be worth double £75 million, probably worth around £150 million, maybe even more than that. But yeah, Liverpool will be happy with this. He's going to be signing a new contract. Like I said, the deal's worth around £50 million. And I think it's reflected on his good performances as well, why he's getting this new contract. But I think the main explanation is so obviously, to fend off, Juventus' interest. But he's been absolutely fantastic. But I thought he was also very good at Southampton. He was also good at Celtic when he was younger and that. So that's the latest news regarding Virgil van Dijk. Now, we will delve into some current transfer news, what players, Liverpool are linked with. Realistically, Liverpool don't really need any signings, reflecting how dominant they are at the moment. But obviously, they're still going to want to make some current signings, because on the other hand, Liverpool are expected to get rid of players in the summer. Of course, in the January transfer window, Liverpool signed Takumi Minamino for £7.25 million from Red Bull Salzburg. Sorry, not RP Leipzig, Red Bull Salzburg. Well, they did get him before the January transfer window, but it got officially confirmed at the beginning of the January transfer window that Liverpool had officially signed Takumi Minamino, and I do believe he will get more opportunities, next season and that. So the players Liverpool are in for. So I updated you, didn't I? Was it quite a few days ago now, regarding Kai Havertz? It said Liverpool had expressed their interest in the player. Obviously, if Liverpool are to get him in, Liverpool will probably have to pay more than £75 million that they did for Virgil van Dijk. that they did for Virgil van Dijk, because I think, Bayer Leverkusen have come out and, and said, they want over £100 million for the player. Kai Havertz, I think he's only 20 years of age. Obviously, I think he's predominantly a box-to-box midfielder, is he? Obviously, up until this point, he has spent the entirety of his career, with Bayer Leverkusen and that. Though I don't really know a lot about the player, to be quite honest with you, but reports were just coming out saying that Liverpool have identified Kai Havertz as their number 1 priority target for the summer and that. So, Liverpool are in for Kai Havertz. So I think they've said, they want around £107 million. I think Kai Havertz has made 131 appearances for Leverkusen in all competitions, and to be fair, he has been a revelation in Germany. I think also too, Bayern Munich have expressed their interest in the player. Obviously, there has been a lot of narratives coming out about Philippe Coutinho possibly returning to Liverpool. I'm very, very sceptical that's going to happen. I think from the player's perspective, he will regret ever leaving Liverpool, I do believe, because obviously, he knows now how good Liverpool are. So he'll probably, regret leaving Liverpool, but I don't see him returning to Liverpool. Reports were saying if Liverpool were to miss out on Kai Havertz this summer, then, they may consider, going in for Philippe Coutinho. Of course, Philippe Coutinho at the moment, is currently on loan with Bayern Munich. Obviously, Barcelona did get him from Liverpool for £142 million back in January 2018. So obviously he's like the 3rd most expensive player, is he, in the world, just behind Neymar and Kylian Mbappe. Obviously, Barcelona wouldn't recruit the £142 million that they did pay for him. Obviously, if Liverpool were to go back in for him, or any other club were to go back in for him, it'd probably get him for around £80 or £90 million and that, Philippe Coutinho. But Barcelona did say, they'd let him go for a cut price fee. But like I mentioned, Coutinho enjoyed a good 5 years, with Liverpool. Obviously, Liverpool got him for next to nothing, so they made a huge profit on the player. They only got him for £8.5 million for Inter Milan. Obviously he also had a loan spell with Espanyol, so Coutinho has played under Pochettino's guidance, and I think he's 26, 27 years of age, something like that. Philippe Coutinho can play as an attacking mid, can play as a winner, also can be deployed as a secondary striker, but I don't see, Liverpool, recommending him back in. Of course, Timo Werner from RB Leipzig, now he's on Liverpool's agenda. I think Timo Werner's preference is a move to Liverpool over Bayern Munich. Of course, it's been revealed how much it cost Liverpool. I think Liverpool would have to pay around €60 million for the player. That equates to around £51 million in pounds sterling. So he's another player on Liverpool's agenda, Timo Werner. But the question is, if he did go to Liverpool this summer, how would he get in Liverpool's team? Because obviously, Liverpool have got the likes of Salah, Firmino and Mane as their attacking trio. I think the only way he'd get his opportunities, Timo Werner, is if, Liverpool's, sold Firmino, Mane or Salah, at least one of them current players. So how, would he currently get him in the current team? But I do believe Liverpool will spend, quite a bit of money this summer. I think since Jurgen Klopp's arrival at Liverpool back in 2015, I think Liverpool have spent over £400 million on recruiting new players in. But that's, totally comparison to what my club, Manchester United, have spent in the last, in the last 5 years or so, because I think it's last 6 or 7 years, we've spent like nearly £1 billion, or it is £1 billion on recruiting new players in. And don't forget, we've got the highest wage bill in the Premier League. But like I mentioned, the difference between Liverpool and us, we overpay for players. Liverpool don't overpay for players. They're sensible with their current recruitment and that. And it's not always the right way to be, overpaying for players, because it does not guarantee you success. And that's been proven with us in the last 6 or 7 years or so. Obviously as well, Liverpool have recently entered the race for Jadon Sancho. Liverpool have been keen on getting Jadon Sancho in this summer. Also Chelsea have been in for him. I can't see Chelsea now getting him in the summer, and this is why Man United are emerged as the favourites to sign him, because Chelsea have signed or are going to sign Hakim Ziyech from Ajax. So that means now, we are one of the favourites to sign. I think Jadon Sancho's preference anywhere is a move to Manchester United, like he updated you yesterday, because, my club Man United have been long admirers of him. He's going to be leaving Borussia Dortmund in the summer. Borussia Dortmund have confirmed this. We're going to have to pay around £100 million to get him in, so we're going to have to make him our most expensive signing, Jadon Sancho. And reportedly, we're set to offer him around £200,000 a week. But I think if we got Jadon Sancho in the summer, he would be a very good signing for Manchester United and that. But yeah, Liverpool have recently entered the race, but I don't see Liverpool currently getting him. Obviously, Mbappe, there was talks about him going to Liverpool, but I don't see that happening and that. So Liverpool have got quite a few players on their agenda. But, these players I do also see leaving Liverpool in the summer, like I mentioned. I think the players there will get rid of. I think Adam Lallana is expected to leave on a free transfer at the end of the season. I don't know if Liverpool have entered any negotiations yet over getting him a new contract, but Liverpool are making the right decision getting rid of him, because he doesn't really get in Liverpool's team anywhere. I think they'll get rid of Klein in the summer, because Klein's very injury prone. Obviously, isn't first choice anyway. Trent Alexander-Arnold is Liverpool's preference ahead of him, so I think they'll get rid of him. Possibly, they'll get rid of Dejan Lovren. So on the other hand, they'll spend money in the summer, but if they can get rid of some players in the summer, they'll generate money, for their current departures. I think Liverpool could also get rid of Shaqiri. He's another player I think they'll get rid of. Liverpool only paid around £13 million for him from Stoke. Of course, he's not a 90-minute player, so what I mean in that aspect is that he tends to make an impact from the sub, and he's good there as a backup as Shaqiri. I think they'll also consider getting rid of Dijk Origi. Dijk Origi, again, he's good there as a backup. I think probably one of Dijk Origi's best games as a Liverpool player, was last season, when, they overcome that 3-goal deficit against Barcelona, because I think he scored twice in the second leg in Liverpool's 4-0 win against Barcelona and that. But yeah, he's good there as a backup option, but I still believe Liverpool will consider getting rid of him. They could possibly, move Georginio Wijnaldum. They could get rid of one of their centre-halves, because Liverpool have got a lot of centre-halves in their team. Obviously they've got Virgil van Dijk, obviously they're going to keep him, Joe Gomez, Joe Matip. They may not move Joe Matip on in the summer, but I think, at some point in his future, Liverpool will currently move Joe Matip on. So yeah, Liverpool, will currently get rid of some players, in the summer, definitely in that. They will get rid of some players in the summer. But like I said, very, very good team, Liverpool. Jurgen Klopp's philosophy is right for them. Obviously, I think Jurgen Klopp's won over 150-odd games in the Premier League, since they recommended him in back in 2015. Jurgen Klopp has emulated himself up over the years, but like I mentioned before, Jurgen Klopp has always had a style of play. He had this style of play when he was at Borussia Dortmund, did Jurgen Klopp and that. And don't forget, he did sign a new contract early on in the season, so he's under contract with Liverpool until 2024. When Jurgen Klopp does eventually, leave Liverpool, more than likely he will make a return to Germany. Will Jurgen Klopp and that. But, like I said, Liverpool, got the best right back in Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's been a Liverpool player since the age of 6. They've got Andrew Robinson, who's a fantastic left back. Virgil van Dijk, best centre-half in the world. Fantastic goalkeeper in Allison. He's probably one of the best in the world at this present time, but not overall. They've got a great attacking trio in Salah, Firmino and Mane. Firmino's been good this season. Mane's been good this season. Obviously, they've been in better form than Salah. I'm not saying they're better players. I'm just saying that, Salah hasn't really had that clinical element this season. So there's probably still some aspects of Salah's game that needs to improve. His record against the top 6 sides isn't also very good. So that's something Mohamed Salah does need to improve on. Jordan Henson's been a revelation for them. Fabinho's recently rejuvenated himself. Chamberlain's been in good form for them recently. And yeah. But, Liverpool wanted to make more signings in the January transfer window, even though they got Takumi Minamino. He's reflecting on the injuries they've had this season. They wanted to get cover up for their current injuries. But, there's players, Liverpool have got now a lot of players, coming back from injury. Of course, Chamberlain's just recently come back. Dejan Lovren's just recently come back for them. Obviously, Shaqiri did initially come back, but he got injured again. He sustained a few injuries as a Liverpool player, but I think he's close to returning. Klein's still out injured. I think Milner's now back for them, so he could be playing against Norwich. Milner. Sadio Mane has been out of injury. I think he's going to be back for Norwich, so that will be very, very good from a Liverpool perspective. Because it didn't affect Liverpool in a bad way. When Mane was out, they still continued going, and they've had a few injuries this season. Fabinho, he was another one that's just recently come back from injury and that. But yeah. So, we'll get on, with a preview now for Norwich and Liverpool this Saturday, 5:30 kick-off at Carrow Road. Now, of course, Liverpool are expected to win this game easy. Of course, it's basically top against bottom. Liverpool have registered 73 points in 25 Premier League games. And you've got Norwich that are sitting bottom of the league. They've only registered 18 points from 25 games. So, realistically, Norwich are going down this season. And Liverpool do have the chance to go 25 points clear at the top. Manchester City do play West Ham next Wednesday. They were supposed to play the weekend just gone. They were supposed to play Manchester City. But of course, I think it was due to a waterlogged pitch. The game had currently been postponed. So by the time City play West Ham, Liverpool could be 25 points clear. Liverpool are looking to extend their unbeaten run to 43 in the Premier League. They have not been beat at Anfield now for almost 3 years. And, Liverpool could be the Invincibles this season. I think, they could replicate what Arsenal did in 2004. Because Arsenal are the only team at the moment, to go undefeated in the Premier League in one season. They're the only team to do it in the Premier League era. And I do believe Liverpool are going to finish on 100 points this season minimum. They're probably going to finish on more than 100 points. So that means they'll break Manchester City's record from a couple of years ago. But Liverpool, as you all know, are already, currently breaking records. Liverpool only need 6 wins to secure the Premier League title. They need less if Manchester City, start slipping up again. So take that into account. But, when Liverpool win the Premier League this season, it will be their, first ever Premier League. It will be their 4th major honour in total under Jurgen Klopp. Because so far Liverpool have won 3 major honours under Jurgen Klopp, and the most recent one they won was a Super Cup earlier on in the season. They also won the FIFA Club World Cup. FIFA Club World Cup was the most recent one they won, but they won the Super Cup early on in the season against Chelsea, and they won the Champions League at the end of last season. And so they're going to be winning their 4th major honour under Jurgen Klopp and that. But like I've took into account, I think Liverpool are going to start to replicate, what my club Man United did back in the 90s and the 2000s, obviously up to 2013. They are going to dominate English football, I think, at least for the next 10 years at least, because obviously they'll continue in rebuilding their squad and they'll get better and better and better, will currently Liverpool and that. And everyone thought Liverpool would have crumbled when they lost the likes of Philippe Coutinho and Luis Suarez, but obviously, it hasn't happened. And Liverpool have come close on quite a few occasions to winning the Premier League. They was very unlucky not to win it last season, because last season Liverpool finished on 97 points. They only finished 1 point behind City last season. They came close under the Brendan Rodgers era, because he enjoyed one good season with Liverpool. Obviously they came close back in 2009, so they have come close on quite a few occasions, to winning it at Liverpool. But this will be their 19th overall, because they've won 18 all first divisions at the moment. They'll be only one behind us, because, we're on 20. We're the most successful team in England, because, we've won 20 titles. But in terms of Premier Leagues, we've won 13. So Liverpool still need another 12 to catch up with us on Premier League titles. But, like I've mentioned before, I think, Jurgen Klopp is the best manager that Liverpool have had in this generation. They've had some good managers over the years, like I, took into the equation. I think Rodgers did well for them. He enjoyed one good season. You know, the other ones, Rafa Benitez was very, very good for them, won the Champions League with them. Gerard Houllier wasn't so bad. So they've had quite a few. I think they've also had some poor managers as well. Let's take that into account. Ken Dalglish wasn't so good for them, but he was a good player. Roy Hodgson wasn't, really that good for them. But, Liverpool are just absolutely unstoppable. And, they may not only win the Premier League this season, they could also win some more trophies, possibly could win the Champions League, Liverpool. They've got a good pedigree in the Champions League. They are into knockout stages. They do play Atletico Madrid. I think that's on, is it Tuesday? The first leg is Atletico Madrid. I think Liverpool will beat Atletico Madrid over the two legs. Atletico Madrid have got a lot of problems at the moment. Problems, I think, with the management. Diego Simeone's been there 8 years. There's been talk saying that he could possibly leave Atletico Madrid. They haven't been the same since Griezmann left. Plus, Atletico Madrid, I've got a lot of injuries, like I mentioned, Hector Herrera, Diego Costa, Alvaro Morata, Kieran Trippier, Manuel Sanchez. These are all the injuries that Atletico Madrid have got, and I think they've got quite a few others, that I haven't currently mentioned. So they have got a lot of their problems at the moment. So Liverpool, I think, could win the Champions League. If they do win it this season, it will be their 7th Champions League. But, last season they won it against Tottenham. They got to the final season before against Real Madrid, but it did lose by 3-1. But yeah, revert back to what I said. I think Liverpool are going to beat Norwich. Liverpool have got Milner back. I think they've got Mane back. I think Shaqiri could be possibly back. I don't know, but I think their only absentees now is Nathaniel Klein and Shaqiri. But I do see Liverpool comfortably beating Norwich. They beat Norwich early on this season 4-1. That was on the opening day of the Premier League season. So that was the current reverse fixture. But yeah. So yeah, we know Liverpool are going to win the Premier League. Of course, it's between City and Leicester for runners-up. Third, I think probably Leicester will get third. I think probably City will still get second. Leicester third. Fourth, I don't know who's going to get fourth. Probably Chelsea more than likely. It's dependent on, whether we can beat Chelsea on Monday. I said, didn't I, in my video yesterday, if we don't beat Chelsea on Monday, top four's over for us. Because if Chelsea beat us, we are 9 points behind top four. And, my club, Man United, need top four this season. Because if we don't get top four, and we don't get any European football, that could affect our, summer transfer business. Plus, it will reduce our spending power in the summer and that. But if we do, obviously, get European football, will generate money. Obviously, players that do leave in the summer will generate more money then. Obviously, a lot of players have left since Solskjaer's arrival, so some of them players that have left have generated money. Solskjaer spent over 200 million since he's come in 3 transfer windows, and he's recommended 5 new players in. But still more signings are needed at Manchester United in the summer, definitely in that. So currently take that into my account. So anyway guys, drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care, God bless, and I'll see you all again very, very soon.